All right, it has been a long time coming, and we were gonna get ready. We were gonna have everything started for today, but we are taking some more time to get everything ready. We're gonna get some character sheets and macros all finished up. We are going to make sure that our characters have backgrounds that are really in depth, and I'm going to try and do at least a little bit to help everybody understand how we want to introduce our characters at the very start of things so that we can get things rolling into the session right away. This is Ultimate Serpent Skull. It's an adventure path by Pathfinder role-playing game by Paizo. We're getting things started up over here on the back end. I've got most of our people on Discord. We're just figuring out some last minute stuff. Basically putting stuff into the character sheets on Roll20. Every once in a while, Roll20 gets updated with I should say the character sheet, the Pathfinder role-playing game character sheet gets updated quite often on Roll20. So every time that happens, we kind of have to do a little bit of a relearn on how to get that stuff up there. There's a face. See, there's real faces. So you're actually a laptop today, like a real laptop. See? And then I put my hand over you. You're there. So so that's actually what we're doing today. We're gonna do some paperwork. I don't want to call it housework because but we're gonna do some paperwork today. That's the goal, is to get everything rounded out and ready to go, so that when we do start, that we can jump right into it and hopefully have a little bit of a rhythm, that we can a tempo, so to speak, so that we can have a good time, and that this will be really entertaining and really fun for everybody. Some of us have played Serpent Skull before. Some of us have played in the adventure. Some of us have run the adventure. Everybody is pretty decently good at role-playing and sticking to not doing metagame stuff. Metagame is using player information as your character when you are role-playing. So we tend to avoid metagame as much as possible. And I think that we can do pretty well with this group, just without doing the metagame thinking. I think it should be fine. So I don't want to go into too many details about too many things, but we do have some characters that have chosen their basics that are pretty well rounded out. We have a psychic who is a Samsarin, who they are the blue-skinned humanoids introduced in Dragon Empires, and he's going to be playing a psychic. And we have a Tengu investigator. Oh god, as soon as I said it, I forgot. It might be a bard, it might be an investigator, I forget. And we have an Azamar Life Oracle healer, and then I will be playing Miss Cankles. That Miss Cankles is a very specific thing. You will come to understand this, but right now we're not gonna get into that. Okay, we're not gonna get into that. So Miss Cankles, I might have to do a whole session of just explaining her all of her fabulousness. So, purpose. We are going to do that. We're going to get things wrapped up and rolling. I'm going to let this soundtrack. So, I should give a shout out for this because I am really happy about this. So, Kevin McLeod, in Compotech, a producer of copyright-free music, and he has generously put forward what I believe to be a large portion of his library of songs and audio files into the Roll20 tabletop. So, like SoundCloud was previously integrated, it looks like he's just taken his entire library of tracks and put them forward so that they are available. Now, that doesn't do anything for sounds, background sounds, like, when the characters are outside in the woods or similar situations. But it does give a soundtrack of songs, which, for me personally, I enjoy. I think it's a good thing, but it's not the full deal. That said, that's what I'm playing right now. I'll continue to play that, and we will call this the unofficial uh, soundtrack for Ultimate Serpent Skull. So I don't think I really want to give away too many details about what Ultimate Serpent Skull is, or even what the Serpent Skull Adventure Path is in its base form. But this will be very interesting. It is all about the ancient history of Galarian and the Serpent Folk, and by Serpent Folk I mean reptilians, uh, and that's where I'll end that, and I'll just let your imagination play, and hopefully next week we can get this rolling. And until then, I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the music. The muse.
Yes. Okay, what's up? Yes. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this later. I got a text message, so. Later.
They don't know what you mean by everything. Yes. Yes. Yeah, my intro is I heal things. That's all I do. Oh, and I have an umbrella. Obviously, I would, name, race, class, and what I do is I heal things. Yes, and I have an umbrella. It's very important. The umbrella is so that I can threaten things. It's an improvised weapon, and so if I happen to ever get into combat, which I don't ever do with this character, then I can threaten, so I can get flanking bonuses. But that's about it.
Do you have catch off guard?
I don't. What?
The feat
Why
catch
would
off
I?
guard.
Why would I have that? I'm a freaking oracle. I have selective channeling. No, I do not have catch off guard. I don't. Yeah, it's just an improvised weapon if I need to threaten. I don't actually plan on hitting anybody with it because it wouldn't do any damage. It's just a freaking umbrella. I'm Mary freaking Poppins.
My special character thing is all books must be read. Because they have knowledge, and knowledge is power. And power can get you money, so you can get more books, so you can get more knowledge, and get more power. It's an excellent cycle.
Athletes aren't just born. They're molded from the core. A core that's the difference maker, game changer, world shocker. Hard work makes the athlete, but the edge of a Core i7 processor makes you unstoppable.
You take the Bard class, you put the Archaeologist archetype on there, and then you make use of a third-party product from Rogue Genius Games, replacing the spellcasting of the Bard with the Black Snake archetype from the Genius Guide to it's the melee archetypes. It makes you really good with a whip. And no, I've never thought about this. Well, Phineas does have a -2 on bluff checks, so. Bards are proficient with whips. Whip mastery, improved whip mastery, greater whip mastery, plus there's some stuff that the Black Snake archetype gets you to be able to do, so it's pretty good. Let me see if it's on the PFSRD.
Yes, I am just ignoring you both.
Derp, derp, derp!
Justin, when I see you next year, I'm gonna just smack you.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait, no, Paizo frowns upon that, and I don't want to get kicked out of the con, so I will just glare at you menacingly.
Those shirts aren't everywhere, Angie. Just remember that. They're not everywhere. I'm sorry, but it sounded like you just said there's no way to cast turds.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it sounded like to me, too.
The feeling is entirely one-sided, though.
I'm fond of you from here. And while I was doing that, I was making like petting motions, like I was good boy.
That's okay, pharmacist assistant evil.
Bye.